Hi Ethos Explorers, I'm Mallory and today we're here at the Midwest Museum of American Art. Let's go check it out. Today, we are here with Byrn, the director and curator at the Midwest Museum of American Art. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak to us today.
You're welcome.
So, what does a typical day look like for you? What do you usually do here?
Oh, that could be a lot of different things. Sometimes it's managing visitors. Sometimes it's working on special projects, including our library and archives, or hanging new exhibits and bringing new works in from our storage areas into an exhibition space. So it varies from day to day.
And you have so many different types of art here. Can you explain what a few of them are?
Sure. Well, our main focus is American art. So that means that it's art of the last, for us, 200 years. That's the length of time. And it's either art that was born on this soil or art that was brought here and developed as an American art form. So we have sculpture, painting, drawings, ceramics, photography, mixed media, all kinds of materials that artists use over the last 200 years. Some of it are pieces that hang on our walls, and some are freestanding and you have to move around them. We call those sculptures, right? So lots of different types of art to encounter.
So with all that American art, where do you typically get them from? And do they stay here or do they travel?
That's a good question too. Well, typically 98% of everything that anyone would come to the museum and see has been donated. That means given to us by a living artist or someone we call a collector. And if you're a real collector, that means you have at least 3 examples of something. That's the beginning of a collection. Some collectors have hundreds, if not thousands of things.
Wow.
So to share those, since we're a public museum, they want to donate them to us. And in some cases, we can put them on display. In other cases, we'll hold them back for some special moment to display them later. So that's how we get things. And it should be noted that we're not the Elkhart Art Museum. We're the Midwest Museum, so our collection comes from over 500 sources all across the country. So some of it came from people in Elkhart, others came from people in Indianapolis, New York City, Los Angeles, California, all over. So.
Yeah. Now, can you share some opportunities that the public may have to come visit the museum or learn more about it?
Yes, they can first start at their home base in their laptop, computer, desktop, to visit our website and explore that. They'll see some of the things that they'll see in person when they visit anytime Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 4 and or on Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 4. So that's 30 hours a week. There's an opportunity to actually access the museum and visit the works of art.
Perfect. Thank you so much for answering those questions. That was so interesting. Now we have a few questions from some of our younger explorers.
Okay.
How do you pick what art you show in the museum?
That's a great question, because not all art gets selected and you can't ever show everything at once. So you have to pick and choose, and sometimes we will organize, we meaning the curators. Curators are people who organize, count, take care of, we're caretakers. So sometimes we'll get a theme, and then we'll try to choose those works that create a dialogue, that start to have a conversation among themselves, these inanimate objects. Everybody's seen Night at the Museum. Although I haven't seen it come alive yet, it seems like these things do have a life of their own, and they want to communicate with one another through us the viewers. So sometimes we pick a theme and we pursue that theme, and other times we may find an artist for a group of artists living. They may be living right here in Michiana, and people come in and say, wow, I didn't know that artist lived in my backyard. So that's some of the ways we approach it.
What's the biggest piece of art that you have?
Great question, and I cannot lift it. It's so big and so heavy. Well, we have two pieces right here in our main gallery. And one is a large bronze head, and they both happen to be bronze, and that makes them extremely heavy. So the large bronze portrait bust over here is called the Muse of Music. Elkhart, a musical city. So we have this work of art created by a very famous artist named Tuck Langland. And you'll see his collections, his sculptures all over the city at Wellfield, outside the Lerner. And then another horse and rider sculpture weighs 650 pounds. It's the heaviest. And in that case, we have that on a movable platform, so we can move it around. But the Muse of Music stands steady back here just outside of our vault gallery. And those are our two biggest and most heavy works of art.
Thank you so much for taking the time to share with us about the Midwest Museum of American Art.
You're welcome. You would like to look around at some things?
Yes, please.
Let's do it.
Make sure you check out part 2 for a tour of the museum.